Hello there. In today's video I will show you how to clone Tinder login screen. This is a tutorial for beginners. I already prepared a couple of things, the colors, image, and this state variable sign in section shown. So when user clicks on sign in, we need to show a couple of more things that are not visible right now. So for the first thing we need to do is make a Z stack that will allow us to make linear gradient background color with colors. So two colors, color Tinder start and color Tinder end that I already added to the assets. I want to start color to show it from the left to the right of the screen, and also we need to ignore safe area. That's the first thing. The second thing is use VStack with spacing of 20. Inside that VStack, I will make HStack with a button action label. So for the label that will be image system name. So from SF symbols chevron dot left, we need to make it resizable, scale to fit, and add a frame. I want height of 20, and also change font weight to heavy to make it more highlighted. Change foreground color because this is now something green one, and I want white color, and add some padding on the horizontal, so on the left and right. In this H stack I will add spacer here to move it to the left, and also one spacer below the H stack to move all the way to the top. So that's the first part. We need to make its action, implement action. So for the action, with animation, change sign in section to false. And I also want to specify animation snappy with duration of 0.3 seconds. This H stack will be only shown if a sign in section is shown. Right now we won't see it because this is by default false. Okay, this is spacer. The next thing is image Tinder. That's the main logo. Resizable, scale to fit, frame of height 130, and some padding on the bottom. So bottom 100. That's the first thing. Below that, I will now copy paste this part and explain to you. So below that, I will show this text. We need to add some modifiers. So I want to center the text. I also want to change the font to footnote to make it smaller, font weight to semi-bold, foreground color to white, and also tint to white, and padding on the horizontal side, so left and right of 25. So this is the text, which has 3 tappable links. When you click on these terms, it should navigate you to Safari to open some web page, which is in this case this one, and also for the privacy policy and also for cookies policy. What I did here is that this part, which is clickable, I added it as interpolation, as you can see here, and that allowed me to make it underline. So usually what I would do here is make, by tapping sign in, you agree to our one text, and this is the next text that I will customize, and then for this part, and then for this, and that would make a lot more code than this. So I think that this is the easiest part to set a couple of clickable links inside one text and underline it. Also, this tint color is the color for these clickable parts. So, but in this case, they also need to be white. Below that we will have also if sign-in section is shown, but I will not implement that part now. I will implement the default part because sign-in section is by default false. In this part we will have two buttons with action and label. The first button is create account. That's the button with foreground style black with opacity of 0.8, frame max width infinity, so to make it full width. Also here I need to add some padding. Also background white of the whole button. Font weight font weight of medium, and font of subheadline. On the whole button, so this was the text, on the whole button I want button style plain and padding on the horizontal side, and also corner radius of 25. I believe that's it. Just a second. Background must be before corner radius, so that's really important here. The order matters in this case. Also the second button is action label again, and this time the text is sign in with foreground style white, some padding, frame max width again infinity. I can copy paste this font weight and font, and the last thing is background. So in this case it will be just a second, it will be background rounded rectangle, corner radius 25 with stroke width line width of 1 and foreground color white. And also on the whole button some padding horizontal. And these are the two main buttons, and below this if else block we have a text that is always there. So this is trouble signing in, and here we have a font of footnote, foreground style of white, font weight of semi-bold, and we can add some on-tap gesture and make some action here when user clicks on this. So just a second. Okay, that's the main part of our app, and what we want to do is when user clicks on sign in, we want to again we want to with animation change sign in sections, but in this case we want to change to true, and in this we need to implement this if block. So in this if block we will have three more buttons which will be shown in that case, and I want it with action and label. So for the label I will use my custom text view which receives title and image. So for a title this will be sign in with Apple, and image is Apple, and also two more times this button. In other case, it's Facebook. Here the image is user, sign in with Facebook, and the last one is sign in with phone number. So we can now try to run this. When I click on sign in, we can see 3 more buttons, and the first 2 buttons are not visible because they are in else block. So, and now the top left button is something that returns sign in section to false to make this default screen again. So this really looks like a real Tinder iOS application. The last thing I will show you is that custom view that I made. So that's a view that has 2 parameters, title and image. It is a label. Okay, as you can see here, a label with image, label with title and image. So for the text, we pass here the text that this was called with some title. The text has some padding, font weight, font already some. That's something that we used here also. Frame max width infinity, so to make it full width, and text case uppercase. And also for the icon, the image that we passed in here, make it resizable, scale to fit, custom height, fixed height of 20, padding on the leading, so this is the padding leading here, and foreground color white, foreground color of the image, and some overlay to get this corner radius, to get this stroke of 1 with white color, and last thing on everything, white color, and padding on the left, on the right. That's a simple sub view that we used here, as you can see, 3 times with a different title and image. That's it for this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. You can find a lot more materials about SwiftUI, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.